I want to share a few thoughts with you about connection, about the relationships that you and I have in our lives or wish we had in our lives. I've read a book over this summer that has really impacted my life, and it's called by this title that I thought was so compelling: Together, the Healing Power of Human Connection in a Sometimes Lonely World. I'm not sure about you and what you've been through, whether it's a loss or adversity, some challenges in your life. I think all of us have felt the lack of connection through the pandemic, and now as we get back to maybe a fall routine. How are you doing? How am I doing in this whole area of finding meaningful connection that fuels us and gives us life and true meaning? So I want to share a diagram with you that I put together based on what I was reading in this book that looks at two different ways to look at the different kinds of relationships, different kinds of connections that we have. And there's the circles of friendship, that's in the red. There's this inner circle defined as close friends, confidants, your partner, close family and friends, the people that are there with you in a crisis that you have a lot to do with and you interact with them a lot. Then there's this middle group, middle friendship, casual friends, social relationships. You don't necessarily go very deep with them or necessarily see them that often, but you are casual friends with a certain circle of groups, perhaps. Then there's this outer circle, which represents neighbors, colleagues, those weak ties with people that are in your life. And that correlates to what Dr. Murthy talks about as the three dimensions of loneliness, and three dimensions of connection. There's the intimate dimension, and that really correlates with this inner dimension of those very few people, maybe 5 people, up to 5, that are in that inner circle. Then there's this relational dimension. That's where you have a casual relationship with a group of people. So it's not as deep, it's not as meaningful, but it still exists. Then there's this collective circle or dimension, which is more about having a common purpose. You're working with these people, you're living in a neighborhood, but it doesn't necessarily go very deep. And one of the things that really challenged me was he talked about the idea that you want 60% of your time that you're connecting with people to be with this inner circle, because that is the circle that feeds your need for connection in the greatest way. And then 40% on this middle and outer. And I've been looking at this and reflecting as I've gone through these last 2.5 years myself, having lost Vicky and dealing with a huge hole in this intimate circle or dimension, this inner circle of friendship, and recognizing that I need to go to work to shore up or strengthen that inner circle, because I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the loneliness and the impact of having that loss in that inner circle. And I think it's not unlike other losses that we have. Friends move away. Relationships change. Maybe there's a rift in the family or the connections. And so we tend to sometimes lose these people that are really providing that support. And we have to go to work to meet new people and make new connections so that that need for connection is met. So I hope that gives you some both information, but also helps give you some direction and a way to think about your relationships so that you're working to build that inner circle, so that you have the support, you have those connections, so that you truly can live. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.